What's up, y'all? It's your boy here, man. You already know. I guess it's gonna be day one of the mobile vlogging. Yeah, vlogging. I just thought it'd be funny to say that. But what's up, man? I said, y'all know my MacBook is out of commission if y'all been following me. Um, so I was like, you know what? Let me get a little bit more intimate, man. Let me start doing this stuff on my mobile phone, man. You know what I mean? I need to start using this gimbal I got anyway. But I don't know. So I guess I could talk about. So I made a tweet. Everybody, those of you who follow me on Twitter, you guys know this already. So I made a tweet in regards to an experience that I had with some uh, uh, post office workers. So yesterday I had to mail a package off, and the lady was very nice enough. One of the workers was very nice enough to assist me with setting up, sending the package out, prepping it, me prepaying for postage, so the special person can send the item back to me. Now I can't share too much about that, but I sent a item to a very special me and one of my overseas brothers. He know who he is sending a very special item to someone in a crypto community. And when the time is right, I'll talk to you guys about that more. But so the lady was actually very helpful in assisting me with sending this item to that person, and setting up, prepay shipment for the person to, send that information, send the item back to me. So during this time, you know, she asked me, I forget how crypto came up, and the item I was sending was crypto related, and it was to a person, known in the crypto world. And if I'm not looking away from the camera, if I'm looking away from the camera, it's because I'm looking at the phone directly. My lens is over here, but I'm looking at, so don't pay me no mind with that. So, post office. This is a post office I use often, and so the two workers was there. Neither one of them heard of crypto, and post office was not so busy, so I had some time, to share some information about what's crypto. So a lot of people don't think about how do you interact with someone who about crypto in a form that they will understand it. If they even never heard of Bitcoin, and that was the case, yesterday. So the two coworkers didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, nor did they ever even hear about Bitcoin. So yeah, I know you like, damn, are they even paying attention to the news at least? But no judgment free here, man. So I started to the way I introduced cryptocurrency to them is I utilize it as an investment, and the most common thing that I can compare that to was the stock market. So they were familiar with, a little bit familiar with the stock market. They knew it was some things you invest in, and you possibly make money or you possibly lose money. So I told them, yeah. So I wanted to give them that mindset, and then I introduced the process of what we're trying to achieve here is the adoption thing, and also the purpose of cryptocurrency, and it's mainly be for decentralization and being able to be our own banks. So the moment I mentioned banks, both of the employees just looked at me like, what? They was like, they started complaining about banks. Like, man, the fees is high, the monthly fees, for like the checking accounts, the high fees from ATM fees, let alone bank fees when you're trying to withdraw money from your own checking account. And I was like, yeah, so exactly. So it was working. And excuse me, I'm messing around with this gimbal, man. I'm still new to the game. You already know. But so I'm sitting here watching YouTube while recording YouTube. What's the chances of that? But you know, we started talking about the fees and things like that, and how much the banks charge you to use your own money. Like it's like you giving the bank money for them for, to save and hold for you and things like that. We went into like the small interest, that can be paid and potentially in a savings account. All the, you know, the good stuff. So, um, so I introduced crypto after all that, and pretty much told them, it's with cryptocurrency, it creates that decentralization where there's no middleman involved when it comes to our own money. And I explained to them that, when it comes to a technical standpoint about, now mind you, these are people who never heard of crypto. They never even heard of Bitcoin. So you got to be real. You got to talk to people in a way that they can understand it, and not to a point you want to overdo it to the point it turns them off. You know what I'm saying? And then that way they're not going to be receptive to hear what you have to say. So I pretty much just gave them a quick rundown like, hey, you know, you can pretty much do a peer-to-peer transaction, and you can withdraw money. You know what I mean? Like, not withdraw in the sense, I didn't break it down to that point. I said, but you can utilize cryptocurrency, to, the point is to try to pay for everyday things. You know what I'm saying? It's another option for you to pay for your items with your preferred currency of choice. Um, your money is held kind of on your persons, like in a mobile wallet per se, if you don't have it stored away. I didn't really get all into the wallets and things like that, but cold storage wallets rather. And I said, this is, you are full control over your own money. And I said, now, going back to the stock market logic, I said, now, when you invest in a cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin, you can have a potential to gain money, like earn more money, or it's always a risk of losing money. But then I said, well, listen, I said, right now I gave him some facts. I said on May 28th of last year, Bitcoin was approximately $2,300, and that's per coin. Their eyes lit up, right? Then I said, now, as of right now, Bitcoin is approximately 73,000. $7,300. So that's almost a $5,000 increase. And then I also broke it down. So I said, this is show them how volatile the market is. I said, well, the all-time high of one Bitcoin was actually close to, if not at 20,000 as of December 2017. And I said that dropped, as you can see by the price I just gave you. And of course we went to the reasons why it dropped, the manipulation and everything like that, so, they didn't get discouraged. They was cool with it, and they was still listening because they seen the potential of possibly earning money. And, I try to explain to them, I said, listen, the whole sole purpose is, yes, everybody wants to make money in cryptocurrency. I said, but when you back a technology and you get that mindset where, you're in this for the simple fact that you're gaining control over your own funds, and no one can tell you how much they're going to take from you for you to even utilize your own funds. That part actually stuck to them more, in a sense, I felt, than the potential of earning money. Now, these people, of course, were interested in earning, the extra money and things like that. And they were, also interested in the fact of, oh, I don't got to pay them high-ass ATM fees or them banking fees and things like that. So what I did was we exchanged information. We talked a little bit more. This conversation probably about 15 to 20 minutes. And we exchanged information or whatever. I gave him my number and my email address. And actually the mail texted me this morning. He went home. He was excited to tell his wife, talk to his brother. It's funny because his wife knew about Bitcoin. Well, she heard of Bitcoin. And I'm like, bruh, really? But shout out to the women. You already know how, you all know. But he was excited because he wanted to learn more. And I told him it's other cryptocurrencies out there, but not every cryptocurrency is going to have a real world use case. And that's what kind of things they want to look for. So what I did was, this is the strategic part that I did. So I showed them my Aber wallet, and I also showed them the Loaf wallet. Now, they both had Android phones. Y'all know I'm iPhone all day. You know what I'm saying? But no disrespect to Android. I'm in tech, so I love technology. However, I had them download. I said, listen, this is going to be your homework. So I had them download the Loaf wallet. I said, I'm going to introduce you guys to another cryptocurrency. similar to Bitcoin, but not as expensive, right? And I talked about Litecoin, of course, and I had them both download Loaf wallets. What happened was, well, what I did next was I said, listen, I transferred money. Right before I had them down Loaf wallet, I transferred money from my Arrow wallet to my Loaf wallet. They seen how quick it was, and they was like, "What, did they charge you anything to that?" I said, "It's something called a networking fee, and this is for all the computers on the blockchain." I said, "This is more information we gonna get to later down the line if you guys are interested." Um, excuse me. I said, it's probably like I transferred like $30. I think the fee price like 5, 6 cents. Don't get me the line, but they seen that. I said, so now we get into, all right, well, I'm gonna do you guys this favor, right? I had them download the Loaf wallets. They had Android phones. Actually, the Loaf wallet is actually pretty intuitive on the Android device. I was kind of impressed, because those of you who know, you know, applications tend to be a little bit more polished on iPhone or iOS versus Android. But the Loaf wallet is pretty well polished on an Android device. So I had them both download the Android. The Loaf wallets on the Android phone, and I sent them both $10. I said, listen, you're gonna see right now. I said we're in we call like a bear market, and they heard that term because everybody heard stocks, right? And they was like, yeah, that was the market down, and yeah, I said exactly. I said, it's a lot of things going in the media, but and I told them I'm pretty why I feel bullish in a sense. So they downloaded. I sent them both $10. I said, now pay attention to the price. I said, what I want you to do, I gave them coinmarketcap.com. Actually, they got an app too. I should have told them about the app. But the app is kind of limited on the phones versus the actual website. So I showed them how to look at the historical snapshots and things like that, and also just to pay attention to what's going on, and also gave them kind of like a homework assignment. Like, all right, you guys gotta, at least if you're really interested, research the blockchain. Well, excuse me, research Bitcoin. You're gonna hear something called blockchain, and then kind of like try to decipher what the blockchain means. So like I said, this is people at my local post office, and I told them I should be coming back there. I don't know, probably like Friday or whatever, Saturday. I'll be coming back Saturday, but the gentleman, was so excited. He wanted to know if I can, like I said, meet up with him, or we can discuss it further, because he was so interested. So I think I'm gonna probably meet up with him this weekend as well. Him and his brother more than likely. But so I just wanted to share that real quick, my quick experience of, how I was able to kind of explain cryptocurrencies to people who never even heard of cryptocurrency, and I'm talking not even heard of Bitcoin. So very cool people, very down to earth. And you know what I mean? It's just if you give them a little bit of insight and like you find like a common ground, something they can understand, you may be able to better reach them in a sense when you're trying to explain cryptocurrency to someone who never heard of the cryptocurrency. So that's just my little tidbit for the day, man. I just wanted to share that with y'all real quick. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe. I'm pretty much gonna be focusing on some new content for new people, newcomers in cryptocurrency. So if you know some people who's new to the game, what I mean, I greatly appreciate y'all I greatly appreciate and love all y'all, especially y'all support. And if you know anybody who's new, what I mean, shoot them my way, man. Tell them check out a couple videos. Everybody knows if y'all respond to me, I answer. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to share that with you guys real quick. Let me know what you guys think. Please like and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And I'll catch y'all later, man. Have a good one. All right. Peace.